Among players, particularly among British players, he's incredibly highly rated, adored, I'd say. And he has a way of putting incredible feeling into everything that he does. I suppose technically he's very good, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is the way that he plays.
Dave's got a unique style that, fumbly, I think is the word I'd use. If I was... sorry, Dave. I think, in fact, he does have a very specific style of his own, and an ability to play in all sorts of different styles if necessary. But I think the thing I admire most is his ability to have a sense of the music as a whole. I think, you know, from that point of view, he's been a very particularly important influence in the band.
But he's had influence. He's definitely had influence. I think he's influenced me. Particularly on the new album, working with him, the way that he writes. Again, it shows how gracefully and how naturally you can produce a good record. You know, it's a kind of effortless naturalness to it.
I suppose it's all about moving people. I think the job is to move people and to move their emotions in one way or another with different pieces of music. To try and capture moments of magic within the music that you do. That's what I endeavour to do. I'm not ready to retire yet, and this is what I do for a living, is make music. And that involves both being on stages in front of audiences and making records. I think you tend to dry up. I mean, you lose certain aspects of what you're good at if you don't practice them.
They're on a different place.
How was that up there, Rick? Was that awfully groovy? Just okay. Okay. Carry on.
Next one, Bill.
The worst aspect to the rehearsals was that I had to take out over a week of my allotted time to make videos. And having lost over a week of that, I was quite worried that I wouldn't have enough time to put the band into shape. I feel now much less nervous than I felt a couple of weeks ago, but the reality is creeping up. I shall probably be pretty nervous until I get on stage. I'm not feeling too bad about it at all right at the moment. And, my confidence has grown in the last few days.
Takes a fight to start a fight. Differences remain. And we're right to think we're right. At explaining shame. Love recalled is love reborn. Tell me to relive the bad little lovers of your rain.
My throat is a bit rough. I've had flu for the last couple of days and it's followed on with a sore throat.
Love recalled is love reborn. Determined to relive the bad little lovers of your rain. Walk away with memories. Touch them to our hearts.
I've got David Gilmour, the lead guitarist, or ex-lead guitarist with Pink Floyd, doing a European tour. I'm a great fan of Pink Floyd, and I admire Dave Gilmour's guitar work tremendously. I do tend to play about with the guitar a bit myself, and I try and emulate him as much as I can, but without much success at the moment.
going to. Some place called the Zenith, where we're playing tonight. We're in Gay Paris, France. We're about to do our concert here in a large, sort of inflatable building called the Zenith. The Pink Floyd are considered very highly by the French, yes. But I personally think that we should have used the Pink Floyd thing more in our publicity than we have done. I told them that it was fine to mention it, because I don't think very many people, you know, apart from real aficionados, are aware of the fact that my name is one of the people in Pink Floyd. And they tell me that it's very hard times here and that the touring isn't going so well. And we look like we've sold a reasonable amount of seats tonight.
Let's rerun the whole sound there. But it's still piped down. Let's do it now. You got some cable?
Me, get the put the rig up.
Well, what we have is an interference problem between the lighting and my amplification and my guitar. It's very awkward. It means I have to be very careful what I do. I just hope that I don't have to spend all my evening juggling around so that this sound isn't too obvious.
Your head's a bit shiny.
Is it? Oh, get some makeup on my head, please.
We go now. Oh, tower.
Somebody lock my dressing room.
Trying to make music. I don't, you know, the trend towards having to leap about at maximum velocity all the time has never been something that has really appealed to me as being necessary. There are moments when it's fun, but there are a lot of songs where it really doesn't apply and you shouldn't do it. Can become lost in the music at times when you actually do get high. if that's what you want to call it. You certainly sort of drift off into another space while you're actually playing. A type of magic happens, and I can feel it, and I know the audience feel it too. You just know that everyone is feeling it at the same time as yourself. It doesn't happen very often, but it's great when it does.
Merci beaucoup. On va vous laisser maintenant une chanson qui s'appelle Murder.
People come and they will buy my record, or they'll listen to my record, or they'll come to my show, and they will say, well, that was as good as Pink Floyd, or that wasn't as good as Pink Floyd, and that is what will happen, there's no doubt about that. Now, I will be compared to it.
Some of them standing, some are waiting in line. As if there was something that they thought they might find. Taking some strength from the feelings that always were shared. And in the background, the eyes that just stare.
Between what we were doing when I first joined the Floyd, what I'm doing now, there is quite a fundamental difference between what we were doing as the Floyd during the 70s, Dark Side of the Moon period onwards. There's no real fundamental difference.
Did you get rid of all the voices in your head?
The lyrics on those albums were written by Roger, not by me. You'd have to ask him about just how hard it was for him. He certainly seemed to have more difficulty dealing with stresses and strains than I did. There are things where it's discussing some of the strains that come on us and describing them, and I feel fine about those things. There are moments when it seems to me it's got very close to being complaining, and those are the ones that I don't like. There have been occasions where I've said, I would rather not sing this when you do it, I hope that I enjoy the touring enough to want to continue doing more of the same thing, more albums. I don't want to get tied down into a permanent band lineup, or a permanent bunch of musicians, or a permanent style of anything. I want to retain freedom in all areas to do anything that comes to mind at any one moment. So if the next album, if I felt like doing something completely different to this one, I wouldn't want to feel committed to having to stick within certain sort of guidelines that I've set up for myself. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I just like making music and performing it live, and all the things that go with it, including the sort of ego gratification and the adulation of people out there. But also, it's a great buzz when you go for things that work and it sounds good. And it's wonderful to have a bunch of good musicians around you playing a song that you've written. It's great to go and watch someone else doing it as well. I've seen lots of them. Good ride.
I've got to do a sound check.
I don't care how many people there are. I can't do a conference now. I've got to do a sound check.
Would you like that same thing again, or that be favourite? Okay.
Yeah, the click on the bass on the tapes is pretty radical in places there, Rick. Well, maybe the others will do one for you without them, if that will help you. Are they here? No. They didn't come.
Can I ask what happened?
He's not here.
The French TV.
people are just not interested.
What? Well, we all sit around feeling like turkeys for a few minutes and maybe they'll arrive.
Can't we do anything?
Watch a bit more exciting French television.
See the denouement of the...
Does it look like an interview?
Stiff drink is in order.
This is the camera in the dressing room in shot.
Well done, the documentary crew. It's hard work at the beginning. Yes, a lot of nerves on stage, yes. Mine.
Gary, telephone!
Falling over my fingers and stuff, you know.
Can you cut that?
Come on, can we do that again, please? I'm sorry. I'm not...
They've all had a heavy night tonight out on the booze, and I think they've just got in, and we're ready to go again. Another day.
Screw you, mate. I'm gonna drive.
Especially this one.
Think about it. It's near bad.
Give it 10 minutes and
At
it'll be
7
gone.
o'clock in the morning without any
It'll
sleep.
be flat out in
It's
10
near bad.
minutes.
I like going and playing the places, but the living out of suitcases and travelling on coaches or aeroplanes and stuff is not enormously appealing. I don't like to be away from my wife and kids for long periods of time, but it's a necessary part of what goes on, and so I have to just get on with it, so I don't really think about that.
I don't get an answer, keep sending it fast. Always knew it was crazy to put my love on the air.
Hammersmith Odeon is one of the 2 or 3 major sort of London venues that one plays, and it's the last real thing before we get over to the States, and we're ready. It's great if you can do it well. It's always a bit special to play in your hometown, or to play in any of the real big cities, New York, Los Angeles, London, the 3 major cities. It's usually very difficult in London. You wind yourself up too much about it, and it's often disappointing. And the audiences can be a bit blasé at times. If it comes over strongly in London, and it feels very good, then it will be an achievement for me.
Can we not record that? Yeah. We start.
Boys and girls, and just leave it on the roll. Please,
See? Right, stand by then as all brothers are arranged.
At 4 you stay on David, and that's ISO. 4's ISO. That's it. So we've got 6 and 1.